Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shani. If you're new here, welcome, and to my regular watchers, I always appreciate you. If you're watching this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. I really appreciate it. On the menu today, let's make these delicious French bread. You are going to absolutely love them. So in a bowl, I'm going to go ahead and pour some warm water. This is my yeast. I'm going to go ahead and add in a tablespoon of yeast and also 2 tablespoons of sugar, and this is going to help the yeast to proof. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a stir around, and I'm going to go ahead and cover this up and just let it bloom. Now, if you haven't made any homemade breads, you need to give it a try. You're gonna so love it. It's freshly baked and delicious. So here the yeast has been sitting for about 4 minutes and it has proofed. You see that foam on the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of this is avocado oil, but you can use extra virgin olive oil, and I'm gonna add in the flour. I'll list everything in the description box below. I just added in 2 teaspoons of salt, and I'm setting this on my mixer, and I'm gonna mix this for about 5 minutes until it all comes together. If you are using your hand, you will have to knead this for quite a bit of time, about 10 to 12 minutes or so, to develop the gluten. So I would suggest, if you have access to bread flour, you should use that. It's not a lot of kneading because it's very high gluten flour. So here I have a bowl here with some oil in there, and the dough is lovely, as you can see. So I'm just dropping it in the bowl there and making sure to cover it with the oil so that it doesn't get a dry film on the top. And this is perfect. I'll set this down. I'll cover this up with some plastic wrap again, and I'll leave this to proof for about an hour or 2, depending on the temperature in your home. And you're just looking for this to double in size. All right, so this has been proofing for about 1.5 hours and it's looking great. This dough is superb. It's so simple. You saw what I added in, just some flour, sugar, water, a little bit of oil. So I'm just punching it down here just to release the gas. And now I'm going to put this on my clean surface to start rolling out. Nothing much here. I'm going to divide the dough into 2 because I'm making 2 French bread, as you can see, but you can make 4 from this recipe. They'll be smaller than the 2 that I'm making here, obviously. So I'm just putting a piece on the side, and I'm just going to roll this out and get this going into my pan, just giving it a little bit of knead just to release the air and smoothen it out nicely. Now, the longer you work on your dough, the better results you will get. So don't think of this as being hard work. Just take out all your frustrations on your dough, and you'll see just how delicious a bread you'll get. So I'm putting this into like a rectangle, and I'm just using my rolling pin here. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can use a smooth bottle or just keep stretching. Now I'm just going to be rolling it away from me into tight rolls. The tighter you get this, the better. So just keep rolling until you reach the end. So I'm just tucking in the sides there and then tucking in the other side, and I'm just keep rolling in. And I'm making this the length of my pan. Now, French breads are always usually long, but like I said, you can make these in any shape that you like, short, long, whatever. So here I'm just squeezing the sides together, making sure to seam. So here is the pan that I'm using. This is a French bread pan, but you can just use any flat long oven pan to put your bread. So this is perfect. It's the length of the thing. And now I'm just going to go ahead and place the other one on. So we made 2, the same process with the first one as the second one. So these look good. So I'm going to let these proof again for about another 45 to an hour, depending on how long they take to rise again. So I'm covering this with some same plastic wrap that I had before, and I'm just going to cover it and set it aside. All right, so here we are. Our dough has risen, as you can see. So this is ready for the oven. So preheat your oven to 375 degrees. So now here I have some egg one egg with a little bit of water, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut some slits in the dough, and I'm just using a sharp razor blade here. This is ideal if you have a super sharp knife. You just want to use the tip of it just to make some scores in there. And that's the classic design, but this also helps to release the gases from your bread and help you give a very nice bread. So I'm just doing these slits across, but you can do one straight line down. That'll be fine too. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and just use the egg wash just to cover all of the surface of the bread there. That's going to help to give me a beautiful, nice color. So just go ahead and brush that onto your lovely bread that you can see. I can't wait for this to come out of the oven. So just go ahead and keep brushing on. Alright, so this is ready for the oven. So here we are out of the oven. This baked for about 25 minutes. So you want to bake your bread until it's golden like this, until you can insert a toothpick in there to make sure that it is completely cooked. But 25 minutes was perfect for this dough at the 375. So here I'm just brushing on some melted butter. You don't have to if you don't want to. It helps to give the bread a nice sheen and just soften up the top. Alright, so here I'm gonna go ahead and just cut into this bread so that you can see. Like, honestly, I wanted to just rip it. I did not want to take a knife to this bread. It's nice and warm, and look how beautiful it is. It is soft and yummy. My family really enjoyed having this bread. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and put some butter on it, and you can pretty much eat your bread however you like to eat your bread. I mean, this is just delicious, and you're gonna absolutely love it when you try it. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you give the recipe a try and you will enjoy it as well. Bye now.